Would you rather have LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, Kyle Korver, Ryan Anderson, or off the bench, Jamal Crawford or Taj Gibson? That's the question that we're asking on the final part of UK NBA episode 9. This is part 7, and it's called Would You Rather. It's a new feature that Peter's designed himself.
Yeah, I thought this would be a good feature because you always think about it, you look at two players, similar positions or similar roles off the bench or whatever, and you think to yourself, who would you rather have in your team?
Well, we've already got LeBron James, so I can't really say that because I've got him. But I'd trade him for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, LeBron James or Kevin Durant, that was obviously the first one to start off. I had to go with the two best players in the league. It's an odd one. I think on current form, you'd probably go with Kevin Durant, but then you're probably thinking, well, Kevin Durant's had them injuries this season. I think if you're going long term as well, you're probably going Kevin Durant because he's younger.
But with LeBron James, he's still the name, isn't it? He's still the man.
Player.
I mean, I bet if people don't know basketball much, they could probably all know who LeBron James is.
Yeah.
Because he's an institution within himself. I'd still take Durant.
He's got the rings as well. He's won 2 championships, something Kevin Durant hasn't done yet. And yeah, I think it's a way of thinking. I think you'd probably say LeBron James because he's got everything. But I think if you're going long term and right now, you might be saying Kevin Durant because he's younger and he's in his prime right now.
Exactly.
LeBron's having a bit of a wobbly season.
Chris Paul or Derrick Rose? I'd rather have Derrick Rose.
I mean, this is a very tough one. CP3 obviously is all about assists.
I can't help but think about Star Wars every time you say CP3.
Yeah, he's one of the best rebounding point guards in the league. The way he gets Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan into a game is fantastic. But Derrick Rose has been able to lead that Chicago Bulls team for so long. But again, the injury risk with Derrick Rose.
Who do you reckon the creator of NBA Jam would go for?
I think he'd go for Chris Paul, definitely. Yeah. But I think I'd actually go for Chris Paul because so far, touch wood, he hasn't had any real major injuries. And I think he's a fantastic player that's going to lead the Clippers potentially to a title in the next few years.
Well, I would go as far as to say that he could do it this year. They're my pick to win it. I know I said OKC before, but it's just...
It's a changing thing every week.
We may as well just pick a name out of a hat and just settle with that, because that's the only way we can really decide at the minute.
I only thought that this morning. I think in the East, you're saying out to 3 teams. In the West, you're saying out to 8 teams.
Well, just pick a name out of a hat, really.
Whoever gets in the playoffs, any of them could win.
Any of them could win it. Kyle Korver or Ryan Anderson? I want to go Ryan Anderson because his name's Ryan. But I'm going to go for Kyle Korver because I just think he's slightly a better player.
Shows these two players are slightly different positions in a way, but 2 great 3-point shooters, 2 of the best shooters in the league. Kyle Korver not too long back had the amazing 100 games or so, broke the record of the most 3-pointers. 7 in a row games. Ryan Anderson really does score off the bench, but at the moment, Kyle Korver's on the winning team with Atlanta Hawks, doing fantastic.
Certainly he is.
He can rebound as well as Anderson can. I mean, that's a really tough pick, but I'd say Kyle Korver because, I mean, he's so consistent with that 3-point shooting. It's hard to pick against him. You have him in the team, space the floor.
Yeah, so that's who we'd rather. Who would you rather? Let us know in the comments. Oh yeah, sorry.
Getting ahead of yourself there. Putting an advert in, I think.
Yeah, I was putting an advert. I'm putting out. I'm not going. I'm sticking an advert.
Sticking an advert to Pro Comments.
But just off the bench at first. We've got an off the bench. Jamal Crawford or Taj Gibson. I'll go Crawford, just slightly.
Yeah, 2 fantastic players over the years off the bench. Crawford, brilliant. He just comes off the bench and scores a massive amount of points. But then he's had his off games. Taj Gibson, on the other hand, comes off the bench, always effective, just lately for the ball, scores points, gets rebounds, plays like a starter, and then integrates with the starting lineup. If you need scoring off the bench, it depends what you need. If you need scoring, then you got Jamal Crawford's going to bring that. So, I think I'll go with Taj Gibson because he just brings so much and can really get in there with both the reserves and the starting lineup.
Okay, so we've had a few differences of opinions. And
Certainly a
now I
feature.
can say, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let
Is
us
that
know.
my line there?
Yeah.
Go on, go for it.
Who you'd pick in the comments, just stick it at the bottom. Who would your pick be to have in your franchise? And I think we're looking forward to it next week. Maybe Ryan can bring some players in of Would You Rather. So that's our new feature, Would You Rather.
Would you rather? Question time will be back next week where you kind of got disqualified. But I'll give you the 2.5.
Thank you.
I'll keep deciding.
Thank
I'll keep
you.
changing my mind, but we'll give it the 2.5.
Thank you very much.
And so Team of the Week will return next week. Coach of the Week will return next week. Next week's episode, we're into double figures.
Yeah, we're on to episode 10.
It's episode 10 next week on UK NBA.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Like the Facebook page, follow us on Twitter. Thank you very much, and see you next week.
See ya.